Yo, I'm sick, damn it. But I am here. A bit of a tough time getting up for this game, honestly. I've been very sick for the last few days, but I did make it. Well, I didn't make it, I'm so late. But I made it to the second half of the game. My dumbass. Okay. Alright. We've made it into the second half of what is quite an interesting game. The placements aren't too shocking or dynamic, but the mid game will be, because we have a lot of production, we have a lot of good cities, a lot of good ports. Pretty much every single setup is echoed onto each other. We pretty much have a set of 5 almost identical setups. I mean, the massive differentiator is actually SJ, in my opinion, having this 5-8-10 city. That's a huge deal. Let's see here. Game is live. Belatedly. Alright, let's jump into the voice chat.
I'll do this and give you
I don't have an ore. And I'm not, I wouldn't, yeah, no.
Don't have the ore.
Alright, yeah, how this works is this is a semi-final. The winner of this game goes to the Premier League. Simple as that. Now, who do we have playing here? We have Mental Mold, who has been in the Premier League before. He's the only one here who has been.
We to trade red?
SJ,
No,
winner of the...
I traded you my last one.
Oh, okay.
SJ, winner of the Catan Community... the Catan Championship Anniversary Tournament. Then we have Goat Jungle, who just came back from Nationals, did make semi-finals, couldn't quite make the final table, but he's on great form recently. And Anzor, the reigning Swedish national champion. And the reason I described all these setups is quite similar, is this board is absolutely cracked, and they've managed to all place out in such a way to really allow everyone everything they want. Everyone has all 5 as far as I can see, apart from Goat. Right, Malt doesn't have wood, which doesn't seem to be a huge... When the 6 and the 8 is excess wood every time, I think it works out. Now, Woodport's really interesting for SJ, as it is for Anzor, potentially. Just looking at this, so actually giving 2 brick to Anzor here could be a massive deal. Could flip him right onto the Woodport with the doubled 8. I think positionally with in terms of the setup. Hello, Bruno. I'm sorry, I've been sick for quite a few days, and I was getting ready for this, and I set multiple alarms and everything, and my body just said no. The body straight up said no and woke me up 20 minutes late, which is just like the worst thing. So really sucks for me, and I have all these banners ready from Real Crate and everything, and I feel really bad about it, but I am here. And it is a very interesting game to have arrived to. Oh my god. Okay. So, in a weird turn of events, you actually have Malt threatening a double play. Potentially. I mean, he's got a massive army lead. Anzor could catch up, of course. Let's figure out something here.
No, if it did.
SJ actually porting down, ready to go for the... Oh wow, so SJ with a 6
I think it helped.
Maybe. I hope it did.
If anything, I think Goat is a bit cooked, because he's the only one who cannot boast having solid ore in this game. And his wheat port is simply not good enough. He has actually very little... What's going on, Artie? Goat or Goat Jungle has very little wheat production. Not good. Very not good for him. So yes, it definitely will be interesting to see who pulls it out of the bag here and makes it to the Premier League. But my money is on anyone but Cat Goat. And before the game, that wouldn't have been the case. Sheesh! Artie with the 2nd month sub, what a legend. You just knocked on press door and he let you in. Pretty sure that means you can end his stream, technically. I've had this experience before. It's a kind of a bugged out feature if I remember. Okay, hello Robin, world semi-finalist. Your national champion compadre is here. So, all of these players have something in common, apart from Cat Goat. Again, sorry, Cat Goat. I know, like, before the game, I would never have counted him out. Looking at placements, I think it's reasonable. The only way that I can see Cat Goat becoming really viable long-term is, well, a city, obviously, and he's going to need to have a legitimate road play, because at this point, like, Maul can just play for road as well. I'm not convinced he's got enough juice here. I think Mold has got a fantastic all-wheat sheep setup, huge production, doesn't even need a port. SJ has by far the most effective city on the game, I think that's fair to say. I think with a 3-font port, the 5-8-10 city, and the 3-font port is amazing. He does actually have all 5 with great wood and good brick. He does have a fantastic port to go with the 8-5-10 city distribution. I think this is a good spot overall. And it looks like he's actually going for the wood port, which would be huge, which Ansel also should be contesting. 3 things ahead. I think Mold, and I think SJ. It does depend on if Ansel gets onto this wood port. I think tides could change. SJ goes 9-12 and Ansel. Yeah, right. Yeah, I would agree. But that doesn't seem like that's happening. I mean, I can tune in.
Game from that deal.
I think he should make you drop the defensive road, so you waste resources.
Yeah, and then that puts him at 7. He's got to settle for 8.
It's still like the wheat, bro. It's like the worst card ever.
SJ lost the wheat he bought it for. Wow.
Yeah. But I still I think you can run away with it here if you secure a road. So making you drop the
probably not securing road for the foreseeable future.
Well, if you drop 2 roads, you're still out.
What do you mean? He said he's not taking road, and then he said he's dropping a defensive road.
Yeah.
I'm talking about not securing road for the foreseeable future.
I mean, you're gonna drop the road here. I think you've got time. You definitely don't want Answer.
I feel like everyone wants Answer to have this spot as well.
It's tough.
Ansel
Ansel could
a city
get...
you do, so
it's
yeah,
tough.
100%.
Ansel could get fed the double play like very easily.
It can make a deal. I'll give you like 2 wood port services. Just give it to me.
There's no way, bro. If he gets the wood port, then he doesn't need to make any deals, right? Like,
yeah.
Like it takes away
Sounds good.
Oh wow.
Like I don't think it was enough for me to gain from that deal.
Very interesting. Yeah. Okay, so I don't even think it's that crazy to want to defend a wood port, or specifically to want to deny Ansel the port, because he definitely isn't holding 2 knights. Like that we know. I think he would have already played for pacing here. 70 out Mold is kind of a massive deal for Ansel just generally, and Catgold does get the city, which is good. The reason I didn't like it is I think that overall it's not going to be a huge city compared to what the other cities offer in terms of value. It's a good city still, but they're still actually making pretty minimal wheat. All in all, this 6 is a bad roll. You don't want this to happen. This is a massive, massive deal for Mold. This is a pretty nice roll for SJ. Your 11 is just okay. Like, the wheat investment here is not great. Not blocking 6 is bad. Who did that? Ansel? Right, okay. You mean the 6 wheat, you're thinking? Yeah, I would have blocked the 6 wheat, I think. So now Ansel's in the spot where he's actually going to need to justify not playing knights here. And if he doesn't have them, then I guess the plow is more justified from SJ. I mean, it's a bit of a tricky spot. Oh wow. SJ got robbed there. I mean, Ansel should block the 6. Oh. I would hit the 6. Oh, I guess that works too, but whatever. I think Mold could win theoretically very quickly. There's a lot of wood to be stolen kind of generally on this board when the 6 and the 8 produces so much. The 8 produces 4 wood. So easy mono fodder, easy steel fodder. It wouldn't take much in this game for, there we go, finally he has pulled more nice. It wouldn't take much in this game for Mold to actually get robbed. Rob's SJ, which I actually don't think is correct. I would have preferred to rob Mold just for the reason that he had XX cards. Like if you take SJ down to 0 and Mold has a knight, you get robbed on the 8. Which would suck.
And my spot
Ansel, Ansel actually gets
if I take army here
army.
Mold, like I go to 6 points.
So,
like where do I go from there?
Unsurprisingly, Mold could have taken road.
That I'm not in the trading department, right?
You're 7 showing with 2 open settles. And a very versatile wheat port.
So the answer is no.
9, bro. How many times is this 9 roll?
Crazy. I just haven't rolled any cards all game. It
9 is
feels
massive.
like.
Yeah, 8's been pretty
Guess we need to
bad.
be on the 9, huh?
Well,
Ten
you
sucks,
could have
5
rolled
sucks.
first, you know. Like the 5
Yeah.
is really good for Mold.
That is true.
Yeah, and my hand is still dead without 6s.
Yeah, I don't like the 9 blocks.
Yeah,
very
he has no
much.
sheep. Like Mold has no sheep or now, right? He just has
I'm
like
not-
break
I'm
and
not
sheep.
sure why my 9 is getting blocked, but okay.
It's high rolling.
What?
If Ansel doesn't hold another dev, I would have robbed Mold again. I understand.
What are the dice
the
stats at?
concern,
Let's
but,
take a
like,
look. Oh,
12
nice. 12
nines.
nines.
Okay,
Nice.
this is.
Good.
Fuck, yeah,
I
mine's
think that's a dev. I don't know if Mold
Is
has
there a
this,
trade
so-
out there for any of that wood, SJ?
Wow.
Yeah, I could give. You don't have. I could do wheat.
You settle pop. That would be disastrous.
It just settles for SJ, I think.
I don't know if you want to give him that settle, bro. Okay,
Wow.
we're giving him the settle. Let's get it.
Shit. Oh my
I think
god.
you have to be a bit slower there, so maybe we can help you get that.
I'm behind, and I mean you're like if I would have had my 9 blocked, I probably
Oh,
could have forked
Catgoat
one.
is behind. Mold isn't behind.
Nope. Andrew's gonna get creamed on army now, bro. You can't give him that 3-1. That's crazy.
Andrew's gonna get creamed on that army. I don't know what that means.
He's gonna get like he's no way he can keep army now. Like his production is shit. He has
Yeah,
Ansel basically needs 4s and 8s. Yeah, that deal worked out very, very badly for
I had
Catgoat
to
and
make something
Ansel,
happen
to
for
be
me,
honest.
so sorry.
I think it.
Mold's
give him-
justified
My
to
9's
ask for the
would be
trade.
blocked over his 10 or
It was
6
good for
or
him,
8,
and it was good for
block
SJ.
my 9.
And it
Hit
sucked
both
for
of
the other
those modes
guys.
on 7.
But
you have my ore
Any-
yet, bro? Like where's my
I
ore?
don't have your ore, bro. I've rolled 0 8s and 0 5s. Like I don't know what to tell you.
I swear I
I've been rolling
saw-
sheep and brick, sheep,
Was it
wood, and
just wheat
brick,
that rolled?
like for like 3 orbits now, which is why I'm like, okay, I might as well drop roads.
Yeah. And SJ is
SJ
still
Literally rolled
SJ
no
has,
card since I said he
SJ
was
still has a
crazy.
major setup
SJ
upgrade
has an
after this
open
report.
settle, which will put him on 9. Nobody's contesting road, and yet you're blocking.
Yeah, I mean, you can get to 7 with 2 roads.
What do you want me to block? He has ore port. Like I don't get
Block
it. Do you want me to hit Anzor on the 8th ore? Like what do you want me to do here?
Yeah, block the 8 ore.
I'm good.
I don't understand why the 5 ore is being blocked.
But he just traded the man you are now trying to like say is insanely ahead. So I don't know how you think either. So
Block's not
like-
crazy at all. Yeah, Anzor is super cooked here on army.
you and the SJ are basically the only ones that can win this game. So it's like
Yeah, Catgoat is really cooked. He's gonna need to settle 11-12 and take road, and then question mark like It is not an easy position. Have we even seen a mono? No. Yeah, it's funny because this game looked like it
Bill just sitting
panned
for fun.
out directly from
Got 8
placements.
points.
Like there was
People
almost
actually-
nothing that happened to influence the
GG.
outcome apart from placements, and it does seem that way. Like it really is true. Like there isn't even any crazy dev. Mold's had a road bully. Yeah, we just saw that. Like that was the first action dev all game. Isn't that crazy? Turned 53.
I know, dude. I know. I already
Yep.
said that Mold was on 7.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. I don't think you. I think you know what to do, but
Yeah,
Anzor's
I do know what to
absolutely
do.
cooked. 8 sucked this game. 9 rolled 13 times. 3 sucked this game. 4 sucked this game. 8 sucked this game. And he's basically playing double 8-4-3. And those numbers were
Oh,
absolutely
there goes
rubbish.
I
Army.
think I'm keeping
Did he
Army.
need
It's like,
to?
Yeah.
That's a different question. Did he actually need to play this setup? I don't know. I mean, maybe he
that's
could have
just
taken
bullshit,
11-9-4,
which is unfortunate.
lock the 9, force Mold onto what, 10-3-11?
Mold, you
Or
might want to hold
6-3.
your break if you want me to contest red.
Hmm.
If the 8 ever
Yeah.
rolls.
That's what I'm
I
thinking.
don't know if it's much better, but like I don't know how good it is to invest in this 8. I guess early is okay.
Alright,
I
I'll
think
hold
it's
my orb,
justified
bro.
early. Oh
Okay.
wow. Someone's tippy tapping. Are they not in that voice chat? Wait. Why? Why are they in the second PL?
I'm good.
Fucking scammer.
No way. Did I just catch that on camera? What's up, Drew? Dude, I've been sick all weekend, like for the last 3 days.
That was dirty.
Well, Catgoat straight up just stole a card from SJ. Yeah, to be fair, I sound great. Is that sarcastic? I really can't tell because in my head it sounds like none of the sounds are working, you know?
Yeah.
I need a city soon so I can keep up with like Army in some way. Like
Yeah, I can trade you. What can you
Oh,
give
man.
anything for the wheat?
yeah, of course. Like what do you need?
It's funny because I missed
Break, I
placements.
guess, to contest red.
Yeah.
Contest roll is good. I missed placements and I literally did not miss a single action dev. I think this game panned out exactly as you would expect it to from placements. Like this is actually like I feel like I missed nothing weirdly. Like I'm sure they would have had some discussions, but there was almost no deals made here, it appears. The most interesting thing to me actually is that Ansel didn't point left on 493. That could have definitely had potential. I mean, you could have hit the 5-4-11 here. I'd argue in many ways it's more valuable than the 8-4. Damn.
Just trying to figure out something here that gets me closer to a city so I can actually keep up with.
I think you definitely need to pop this turn or you're just gonna lose Army.
Oh, he just he did steal steal an ore from SJ.
What's your
wow.
hand right now?
SJ just
I
traded
have
2
ore,
sheep,
wheat,
2 ore for a sheep. That's pretty funny.
2 sheep, 2 wood. But I think I need a city actually.
That was a little lazy of SJ.
Well, I think if you city this turn, I think Mold just goes to 9 with Army. I think.
Yeah, that's probably true. Mole just double popped, I think. Yeah, SJ falling into the trap of, and I've been talking about this recently, but the nowadays common trap of non-binding deal comfort. Of course I'll give you 2 ore instead of an ore and anything else in order to give you a free ore because you definitely won't scam me when I'm about to win, right? Like, well, maybe you would get scammed, and he did get scammed, and yeah, that was just laziness straight up. Like he could have given ore and a sheep and not given 2 ore. That was just straight up lazy. Good morning, David. Was that intentional misspelling or I don't know?
If you free
Good
for one,
morning.
the wood for. You have to go, dude.
It's lagging so hard, man. Like,
What's going on here?
It's fine, dude. Fuck. Like,
See if I can get-
I don't understand how this can lag. Like, it's so crazy.
we see?
Do you know White's hand here?
I'm not on 9. I just
he has
built that
no
road.
ore. I
It
think he has.
Doesn't matter that much. I
I'm
mean,
not
it's
on
only
9, dude.
it's only SJ.
Yeah,
I
think he
just
has
built that
sheep.
road to prevent modes from winning with like road builder 3 VPs.
I think.
I
I
see,
think
I
he
see.
had. I think he just hit the 9.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Do you have ore here to trade, White?
He
I
doesn't.
don't have
He has no
ore.
ore. And
You have to.
You
You
don't.
have to hit him. You have to hit.
I don't have ore, dude. I have 0 ore in my hand. I'm telling the truth. I'm not on 9.
Self block the 8.
I'm not self.
self block the 8. What?
Because
Oh, also, can we do that trade back?
for
The
the
whatever we
6,
did last stream.
you can block his 6 as well. I mean, like, okay.
I
Like,
think I'm doing this actually.
Oh,
Can you trade me
okay.
a wheat or an ore, Moldy, and I'll hit him?
you should be hitting him. If you hit me here, I'm just gonna block you. I will. I will.
That's kinda dumb.
100%.
I don't have any ore wheat.
That's not
Answer, it's up
justifiable
to
at
you.
all. That's actually kind of a BS ban for Malt. He could have anything. We know he has 2 VPs already. Or 2
I will
non-knights already.
block you. I will 100%
Yeah,
just
do
block
that,
you.
and then we both lose. It's fine. I'm just
That's
trying to make
fine.
a deal
If
here
you
where I
wanna
win.
He's trying to get a city, dude.
Moldy, he's in a terrible spot, bro. Like, you have 4 devs. Like,
Do you have two
why are
trades to
we-
trade on Moldy?
You have to block White.
Yeah, I know I have to block him. Can you make a deal where it makes it easier for me, this decision? I'm just
The
trying to talk
decision is
here.
pretty easy. I mean, you can block White and then see what you steal.
Like,
and then
Amazon's
we
on
can talk.
6
I'm
points
not
here.
gonna say yes to
Um,
something unless it somewhat benefits me either.
That's what I'm trying to see if I can make something that benefits you.
It
That's what
seems
I'm
like
trying
it
to talk.
does. It would benefit
is
more
there any
a
deal here
lot.
that benefits
Yes,
you?
right now. Like you knew you held army, but you still hit me on the 9 and you missed. And so now you're trying to extort me again. I'm not gonna give in to that. So you can hit White here and now.
I'm not on 9.
It doesn't
Here and
matter
now.
if
It
you're
doesn't matter.
Ansel
I
didn't
think just hit the 5
rob
ore and hit White, bro. Like,
Mold.
if you block the 5
Dude,
or
For
if you
8,
need
he
an
robbed
ore,
SJ
I
3
don't
times
have
in a
any of
row.
that. I have fucking wooden sheep. Like,
What is this crybaby? What is he talking about? He's saying you robbed me on the 9 and you missed. So he actually he's exclusively robbed SJ. And Mold currently holding the blatant lack of cooperation there is kind of nuts because Mold is right now the only person who's close to challenging SJ's win. He has at least 2 non-knights. Like, he's legitimately quite close. He has a real roleplay too. Like, this 2 points that SJ is holding over, potentially holding over Mold, it might not even be 2 points. It could literally be Mold is on 8 with a road builder, and then he has rolls to win. That's very possible. It's very possible that he has rolls to take road. He's holding a mono, he's holding 2 VPs. Things can get messy really quickly, and SJ saying he's doesn't have a VP. Well, if you are to lie about your devs, it's not a bad spot to do it. Not to make the Premier League, but
City, obviously. I'm just trying to keep up here with the army. And,
yeah,
I think he's not
can I
holding
just
a
get
VP.
like the next brick roll
We'll see.
for free?
Yeah, 100%.
SJ gets robbed anyway, so it's kind of
This is, like, the only
it's
thing
probably
that's
just better
us,
to
and
say
it's
that you wouldn't
good for me.
say, unless it's a
and I'm
knight.
still so
If it's a
low,
knight,
far
you-
away from winning.
If it's a knight, you
That's
definitely say it's a
insane.
knight. Let's
So
see.
maybe I can keep up.
No, Mod is
long
saying
enough.
he's gonna hit Answer. I mean, it doesn't even make sense. This would be the worst petty block of all time if you
I think
randomly
it's just
hit
the 8 ore,
wood.
bro. For you, anyways.
This would be the biggest throw of all time. This is like
If you're
the only
thinking
way to
something
lose
else,
to
can we
SJ.
like at least talk through it,
Yeah,
please?
I'm 100% thinking about the 4 wheat or the 8 wood.
Well, the 8
I
doesn't
follow-
do anything because Andor doesn't have a port.
Both
He
of
doesn't
those
have a
rob
port.
cat
I'm not on
goat as
9
well.
mold. It's
SJ's
not
on
me,
8
and I'm
with a dev.
losing
SJ has
road,
the
bro.
dev, like,
Okay. So Mod just hits an amazing roll here, and like Ansel has no momentum. He literally doesn't.
SJ could have very easily pulled mono. It's just the thing, like.
The thing is, the city
anything else
hardly
is
helps
good.
you pop.
He's deep close, even if it's not a VP.
The rolls that it gives you within 1 orbit to buy devs,
it's
almost nothing. It's actually almost nothing. Yeah, so Mold has so many win
Oh my
conditions here.
fucking God, Mold's also just on 8.
I am.
He is on 8. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Mold was so prepared to defend himself not being on whatever someone said he was on, but he is actually on 8. SJ didn't play a knight? Okay. So he also definitely... He has maybe not a VP, but definitely a non-knight.
Or a yop.
Yeah, I think we need to
Yeah,
feed
with
me
that.
road here.
Really
Moldy, so
didn't.
can you give me your bricks,
Really
bro? So I
didn't.
can port my whole hand to connect here or some shit.
I think Mold has winning rolls.
I don't have winning rolls.
Alright,
No?
so do we want to feed me the brick
Interesting.
then, or like what are we thinking?
That doesn't seem like it can be true. 2 9s is almost certainly going to be the game.
Is what I want
With
That might be
Mold.
too. If he has a non-knight, so it's gonna be too late if you wait to see. Is either you're winning this orbit or SJ's winning this orbit if he keeps road.
And you take all of his cards if you're doing this code.
Ansel definitely loses the game if Mold has a knight. Ansel definitely loses the game. Straight up. You can't play for points here. No, he's lost. I really think he's lost.
I think I gotta chance it. Sorry, Cat.
Chance it? Yeah, that's because Mold wants roads, and because he does have winning rolls.
Winning rolls.
He does have winning rolls.
We'll see.
I think he probably has mono, but like there might be nothing to mono.
Yeah, Mold, the thing is, Mold, like if a 6 or an 8 rolls, Mold definitely wins.
I feel like I should start saving for road, but like
If
it
he has
just
a
doesn't
mono,
make sense to do all that.
Maybe start connecting or something. I don't know.
Well, I can't. Without Moldy's brick, there's no
Wow,
point.
Mold
Like,
did 6 sheet
I'll
for
port my entire hand for like one roll.
Okay, huge save.
I
Back
see.
on the 5.
Mold,
For one road.
But let's go on the 5.
Doing the 5 and you rob SJ.
if you can't pop here, you should steal from Mold, okay?
No, that's not
One
true
card.
because I'm gonna be playing something defensively against SJ no matter what. So
He has mono.
Defensively, there's no clubs on the table.
If he has
Just
mono, then
cards.
but Mold has mono 2 VPs. He's just on 8 with mono. with a 3 to
Defensively,
1.
the road builder?
What does it make you have? Like,
He kept the brick
I mean,
here,
it's
which you never
5.
do unless you want to
you
build
got
roads, right?
6.
I have a Yop and a road builder. I'll play my Yop on
Oh
my.
shit. Means Mold has no
That's
road
why
builder.
you
He might
Mold
be
is just on 8 with mono, so he's just gonna mono my hand. Like I think
You
it's
wanted
from
him
him.
to play the road builder.
I think you rob
cannot-
Moldy. I think you rob Moldy, and I think the thing we have a saving grace
Know
is
that
Moldy will always be able to mono SJ's hand.
Yeah, which means Mold is just gonna go to 9 with whatever roll happens here. So you should steal from him, I think.
I'm gonna go to 9 with whatever roll happens.
Yes, bro.
No. I don't know why.
And,
Why are you hitting ends? Or like,
And
what?
just like
You're
that,
about to
you
lose
the
to
game, I
SJ.
guess.
That's fine. Like again,
Animation, not animating. Petty? Yeah, in a semi-final.
GG's, guys.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, they are.
Welcome
yeah,
to PL.
guys,
I mean,
you wanted to listen to SJ. Like at the same time, I'm saying hit him, block him.
I don't want to be in that voice chat. I'm sorry. I know that people want the drama, but man. There it is. Hold on, I actually want to hear this just
That's
is-
all on you.
5 and the
It's
9,
100% on you, man.
5 and the 9, over and over again. Right?
Yeah, and you kept hitting the 8 wood.
you're
Like,
8 with
that's just
mono.
crazy
Like,
bad.
you're on 8 with mono.
Did you really only with
so,
mono?
but that you figured that
Wow.
out at the very end. You were
Mold
always
told them
in the
it
lead
wasn't
with an
figured out.
open settle. With
Then hit him. Stop trade. Like,
Look,
you
Ansel,
traded him the
is
entire
angry.
game.
No,
Yeah,
Anzer,
okay,
you listen there at the end to like, oh, I have a Yop and road builder, but you still hit me. If he has a Yop, you want him to play that road builder then to secure road. At the end of the day, you didn't rob SJ correctly. You didn't block his
No,
spots.
the game. It was a 2-player game.
Fair enough,
Like,
but,
we were
like,
playing for last.
You also broke down in every negotiation I was trying to make. You were like,
Because
fine,
you
like,
kept hitting me. You hit me left and
Okay, so for context, Mold basically never got robbed in the entire back half of the game because SJ was such a threat, but he's grumpy because he did get blocked along with SJ. And he was literally one rolled off the win. Is that true? No, okay. I think he was, in fact, you know what's funny? Oh shit. Wow. that almost mattered. I was going to say this 8 rolled a turn after, but if the 8 rolled on Mold's turn, obviously the 7 was relevant, but like blocking this 8 actually made the mono play almost impossible for taking road. If you left the 8 open, you could have actually monoed wood on the next turn to take it. Look at Rob's stats. Yeah, I'm pretty confident that I know what happened here. There's no monos yet. Did Mold spike block at the end? Yes. Yes. Because he revealed for no reason that he had a mono, which made it easier for them to rob him. So they robbed him because they knew that he could mono. Yeah, I mean, so he was saying he was getting hit left and right. This is just factually not true. I think Mold literally did not get robbed once in the back half of the game until this final turn, and that is because he revealed he had a mono for no reason. So I'm gonna play something defensively against SJ, like fill the gap. I don't know, a road builder. Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, that's a major throw. Like, Mold holding a mono here, he could have won so easily. That's crazy. That's crazy. With 8 on SJ, would it break settle for SJ? I think it must have. I mean, that means he was holding sheep and brick in hand. I don't know exactly how much, but there's always a chance. I mean, he still had a mono that could actively be played. Let's figure this out. It's like, Mold is insanely close to winning here. And I'm pretty sure... Was there enough brick? No, he 100% could have broken settle. My god, he was... Yeah, with the mono, he was legit 1 card off the win here. You can't revenge block when you're that... Are you serious? Are you serious? RB made 0 sense. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I didn't even clock that because I had just made the call. I knew that he had a non-knight, and it didn't make sense that he wouldn't have played a road builder exactly. But yeah, I just kind of left it open. SG's hand is brick sheep or exactly this. No, like very much for sure you could have blocked it. Like if you hit the 8, you, like could have Yarpen pulled road builder last turn. What do you mean? I mean, he... Oh. Yeah, no, that's true. That's actually true. Well, Mold didn't play a knight. But, fact of the matter is that he could have very, very easily have won the game from this point with a mono. Very easily. You have almost guaranteed break of the settle. Granted, like 6, 3, 2, 9, 10, even 5 still allow SJ to settle, but like it's not guaranteed. And it just, I mean, I shouldn't even have to justify this. But yeah, I mean, you hit the 8 and Mold has like amazing chances. He even had winning rolls in this turn. Any wood roll would have been the win with mono. Any brick roll would have been the win, I'm pretty sure, with mono. Is it the last turn with the ops who just wins then? Is it? Yeah, okay. But I guess like... Did he actually... yeah. Okay. But it's not even about believing it. There is no reason to block the 8 anyway. Yeah, you don't know his devs because it's SJ, but also like, so okay, SJ does qualify for the Premier League, and I'll have to get him on in a second. I am not going to quad interview him with Mold in there, and Anzor and Catgoat who got forked for no reason. So SJ does make the Premier League alongside... No, I do need to double check this. Well deserved. Yeah, no, he's been grinding, he's been playing well. Okay, so making the final, making Premier League alongside Pig and J-Dog. They both went absolutely beast mode this season. Well deserved. And SJ joining them in the Premier League next season. In his debut season, he performed really well here. And made it through. So we have one final semi-final. But yeah, so obviously you do just hit SJ there, so no brainer. Mold is bafflingly close to winning the semi-final and the Premier League, and making it to the Premier League, I mean, and actively decided not to play for the win. This is not the kind of game you can afford to get petty in my opinion. There is actual stakes, but it is what it is. Then you get SJ on the call. See if I can find him. The last time I've had SJ on stream on an interview was when he won his last tournament. So he hasn't quite won the thing yet, but he could become PCL champ yet. On a bit of a tear. It's a funny lie about the world builder Yarp. I would say it's super obvious. I mean, in the moment, it's kind of tough to tell. Hello, SJ.
Hello.
Congratulations on making the Premier League.
Yeah, first season and all, huh?
Yeah, in your debut season, you played fantastically. You started off great. You went 9-9, 10-10, and from there you just maintained some good points. And the stars aligned. Sorry?
Except for one round, but yeah, all the other rounds I was consistent. I agree.
Yeah. And this game, I missed the first half of this game, but it was interesting. It looked like, you know, with no crazy action devs being played until your road build, until Mold's road builder, it seemed like a very kind of default game. I did miss the first half. Were there any major deals that went down that affected your game in any way during placements or afterwards?
No, I mean, I was just confused that Mold didn't point right, because the 8-5-10 is so much stronger with the 9-10. So like I was thinking, like, with the 8-5-10 and 6-9-2, it's much better with a 3-1, get on the brick, and then I always can get the wood port later. There were no deals. I just really like my setup. It's a really good, like, production port. Like, it's a good weedless setup. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
And everyone on the table realized that. Goat realized that. Anza realized that. Everyone knew that my setup was strong, but I think I did everything I could to win the game.
Yeah, I think when I tuned in, I said basically, it looks like everyone has got a kind of setup that they're happy with. Probably Goat has a bit of a disadvantage, and Ansel just rolled a bit poorly with 8843. But you have the best, in my opinion, you actually have the best city in the game, considering the ports that you have access to. This 5 block, you know, pretty almost shuts Mold down. It leaves you with a massive ore roll on the 8 as well. So it's a really nice spot to be in. Yeah, so you did pull some cool devs here at the end, back-to-back non-knights. Until that point, those were your only devs that you pulled this game, I think.
Yeah. Even then, I would have. Even then, knights aren't bad for me there if I want to, like, steal a wheat for the win or something. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like every dev there that I could pull was good. I feel like I also, like, I know Mold had 2, but, like, you know, I pulled a 3rd one, and, like, I also had Pop for win. I pulled the Yop, which is also a fantastic dev. But Mold kind of, like, he made the wrong block at the end. He has 2 VPs in mono. Like,
Yeah.
he can also close this game out pretty easily.
Yeah, if any wood roll had come through there, he would have instantly won with a mono for road. So that was very possible. Yeah, I don't want to discuss that too much. It's just obviously wrong. But yeah, you played it well. I like that you did lock that wood port for yourself. I don't think you know, it's a position where you're already quite ahead, and it just makes it so easy for you to close the game, having that access to that wood port and increasing the ore production. So yeah, that seemed like a really pivotal moment, actually, because you could have gone for the path of least resistance, and also that ended up really limiting your road space, your effective settlement on that wood port as well, not being there. That would have been a big deal. Was that something that you were willing? Port. Yeah, I was going to say, was there ever a world where you were considering making a deal, or, you know, going sideways instead of going for the wood port?
And I need the wood port. The wood port is so good for me. I triple up the 8 and make the 8 first a free card in an ore every time it rolls, and then I also make the 6 a free card. Like, the word port is too much not to get. I was making a deal with Anzer that if you just don't contest it, I'll give you 2 free wood port services or something like that. Because I know it's
yeah.
also good for him because he has core dates then. But like, unfortunately, like, I don't think I can give it up. It's such a good spot for me. It opens up the road play, like, which I ended up getting. Like, it just makes my setup even more flexible than it already is. I have the 3-1, the wood port, and the ore port with the best production in the game, I think.
Yeah, it's good, and I understand Ansel not wanting to concede it either, because
Yeah, and he's right. Like, he should never concede it. Like, but I had a defensive row, so I just built it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a good showing, good position. Looks like you played it well, and yeah, with a nice wheatless setup. I assume you probably got some trades off with CatGoat. CatGoat did steal an ore of yours.
Yeah, he scanned me, but it actually wasn't
did.
a bad trade because the sheep allowed me. I pulled the VP, and the extra sheep is good for me to settle. So it's not like the world's worst trade, I feel. But I was thinking of non-binding there. I should have just NB'd. But you know, that's something to do in this PL final, which I think you're going to stream also, I assume.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
I don't know about completely non-binding, but I think if you had anything else in your hand, I probably would have given him an ore and something else to not make it too juicy for him to take.
No, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Always a consideration.
Probably slightly avoidable.
Yeah.
But yeah, happens.
Yeah, maybe that was the only that was like the one major mistake I win, but it didn't end up costing me. So thank God about that. But you know, I'm also just a nice person at heart. Like I don't typically non-bind and all of that stuff. I do it more in casual games, but not in the important games. But this game I did lie about my devs. I tried it for once in like an important stage, and I got some less robs because of that. Not to say I was still. I think I was. I don't know who was robbed the most.
It was you. It was still you.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But Mold also caught some robs because I'm like, this guy has 2 VPs mono. He just monos my hand, and he ended up not monoing my hand. So like,
yeah,
he blocked the wrong card. Like that's
he did actually admit that he had a mono, which made it a lot easier to justify robbing him. I don't know why that happened. But yeah, so worked out nicely. I'm sure you're very excited. I'll let you celebrate. But yeah, congratulations, and yeah, well played on this one. Looking forward to seeing how your final goes.
Yeah, you're gonna be streaming that final for sure, right? I would love to.
I think so. I mean, I'd like to be there, but obviously.
It's gonna be a stacked table. Piglets in there, J-Dogs in there, I'm in there. I don't know, whoever the 4th person is will also be good. Like,
yeah, the next semi will be on Monday. Yeah.
2 days, right? Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Thanks for the interview, though.
Yeah. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, SJ. Have a good one.
Yeah, you too. Bye.
Okay. Well, interesting end game. Nothing too surprising. The devs exceedingly boring. This is one of the most boring dev distributions ever, and then it was literally just back-to-back non-nights at the end. I am curious about, like, was Mold holding the mono? He wasn't. He pulled the mono. So let's see here. I feel like wood mono is pretty good here. Whoa. Never mind, not that good. I mean, like, not terrible. Actually, you could go to 7. I don't know. I'm not convinced. I mean, you could road settle. You could settle the 3-1 and the 9-12. But is that a good enough mono? I mean, what does he actually end up doing here? Yeah, he actually trades this with SJ. Which I guess, I mean, I'm not crazy about monoing wood there to settle road settle. Not terrible. Let's see, is there actually any decent moment here? Is this a spot? Okay, what pops here? Mold's hand, whoa. Okay, in this spot, Mold almost wins. Mold is really close to winning. 3 wood on the board. Yeah, I mean, if Maul takes wood, so the thing is, one of these devs is actually a VP. Yeah, so it's VP Knight. If it was VP, he monos wood and he just takes the win. So that was very close. That genuinely would have been the game. And another 6 pops. Wow. Mod does get hit. And now the Knight. It goes in the 8. Okay. Cities, fine. And now this is the final orbit. Yeah. Good mono wood there. In this spot? It's not bad, is it? After the pops? Yeah, if you know it's a VP, And the thing is, as soon as you pull the Knight, you need to start thinking about it. Because actually, either you chase army or you just give up on it. You can only play 1 dev per turn. You're clearly in the end game here, right? So I think if you've committed to the dev, you pull a Knight, then you really have to consider the mono. You really have to consider it. Play mono, connect, and drop extra road. Yeah, so if you mono here, you get 3 woods. You go 1, 2, 3, which is actually 8 roads. And that takes all the wood off the table. Leaves SJ with 1 brick and a sheep in hand. Go VP first? Yeah. Yeah, no, that does make sense. You don't have time to play these, and that's actually how the game ended up going, is that you just couldn't challenge road anymore. No, actually, that's not true. He still had plenty of rolls to take it. Any of the wood rolls would have given him the road steal. But it was closer. Yeah, no, I agree with that, Robin. I think that should have been the play. But did he have mono action after pulling VP? Yeah, he could have taken a road. Like in this spot, if he had actually pulled 2 VPs, you would have instantly won the game. He pulled 1, could have gone to 9 here. The thing is, he pulled a Knight, so like against Anzor, it makes sense to either play for army or not, I guess. I mean, you don't have really time to play both these devs anymore, I'd argue. Goes to 10 almost, right? Yeah, he goes to no. Well, okay, you could do that, but no. No, not that. No. The whole point is the devs. You need to dev. This doesn't make sense if you don't dev. So you could yacht for road or settle pop, but I think the point is that you do actually pop here because you have reasonable potential to take army, and after a VP, and especially after the Knight, after VP Knight, that specific combo really justifies taking road. I think it puts you onto 8 roads on 9 with a Knight in hand, with like a variety of ways to win the game from that point. And it puts SJ in a tough spot too, where no one's really going to feed him. You can pretty much just block his 8 and bounce it off the 8 and the 6 forever. But yeah, it's, I don't want to get too into it, but it's one of those where talking theory becomes entirely redundant when stuff like this happens. I mean, that just tells me that you're not trying, and I don't understand why you would give up at literally the most crucial stage. It's not unfair at all to have been robbed out. It's absolutely justified. You don't know that SJ has a VP. You don't know if he does or doesn't. Fine. Still a difficult spot, but like, he had like 4 rolls to win here. It's just kind of bullshit to give up at this stage of the game. It doesn't make any sense. So anyway, SJ does make semis, and we have a semi-final, the second semi-final, to get our 4th finalist and our 4th Premier League promotee from the PCL, which is going to be between Flying Chinaman, Hema, Ice Queen, and Gumnut. That's going to be on Monday at 9:30 p.m. UTC. And then we have the Premier League playoff, which is actually tomorrow evening at 9 p.m. UTC. That's going to be Bruno, Harry, Rayman, and Carter. All right, pretty exciting stuff. This was a very scuffed stream. I'm hoping that by tomorrow I'll be feeling better. I will be playing. Oh, sorry. I will be playing in Heroes Island League, my final match of the season, of the whole event. Unless I somehow qualify, I'm pretty behind in terms of the point system there. I don't think it's likely, but theoretically it is possible. That game will be happening in 2 hours on Hero streams. Make sure to tune into that. And then I will be back tomorrow with the Premier League semi-finals. It's going to be back-to-back-to-back semi-finals. Yes, hopefully I'll be feeling a little bit better. And yeah, sorry for missing the first half. Somehow it turned out to be, like, of all of the games to miss the first half of, it turns out that there was, like, the least possible action in the first half there. It was a very, very straightforward game, and everyone had pretty solid setups. There was really nothing out of the ordinary. Apart from actually SJ starting wood, sheep, ore, but that kind of resolves itself pretty quickly after these two spots. It does start to make sense. Yeah, I like it. Wheat is for noobs. Well deserved, SJ, and yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for coming by. Nasty. I'll see you then.